Namaste yogis. We have already looked at a number of arm balances this season, from EPK to the fallen angel posture from a few weeks back, and just from last week we looked at the 8-angle posture. I know I've clearly been biased towards arm balances this season, but today let's attempt the mother of them all as we attempt the Mayurasana or the Peacock posture. Oops. The asanas are the epitome of strength, beauty, grace, and maybe some occasional weirdness. Namaste Yogi. My name is Goga, kinda like yoga. In the last year, I have shared with you foundational postures in yoga. Today, my mission is to usher you into the world of advanced postures. It is what yoga postures become when they grow up. Enjoy the practice. So we've previously looked at the falling staff pose or chaturanga, a very good posture just to fire up the arms and also the core. So today, come onto your mat. We are going to start by warming up the wrists because peacock pose or the Mayurasana is very intense on the wrists. And then keep doing that several times, and then bring your hands down on the mat, palms facing towards the back. So you're sitting on your knees, and then you want to bring your elbows close to each other as far as possible, right? And then maybe the pinky fingers touch a little bit and elbows are almost like touching. So this is the first alignment of the posture. And then you want to keep the eyes of the elbows facing forward like that. And then walk your hands slightly forward, and then shift your weight, bending your elbows, and so that you can rest your belly area on your elbows and your chest on your upper arms. And then round your back slightly, and then stay here for a bit, for a breath, and then so that you can make some back and forth movements, and then see whether you can float forward. This is going to be intense at first, so you want to move very slowly until you're able to float your feet up, and then gently release, coming onto your knees. Warm up the wrists a lot. Again, I'm going to do this a lot today as we attempt this several times. Again, I bring my elbows to almost touch, just trying to get the wrists warm again. And then once I'm ready, I bring my hands down again, trying to bring the palms close to each other as possible, and then bend the elbows, rest my chest on the upper arms. Elbows are resting near the navel area. Then shift my weight forward until I'm able to lift my feet off the mat. So I'm balancing on the entirety of my arms, trying to bring my body parallel to the front of the mat. And then you release gently, coming back to sitting on your knees or hero's pose. So we keep doing this several times until we're able to find a bit of more stability, maybe about 5 seconds while in the posture. So again, the eyes of the elbows are pointing towards the front. I'm just trying to catch my breath here for a while. I've come to the grass, it's a bit softer. And then bring my palms next to each other. As the palms point towards the knees, I rest, bringing the chest onto the upper arms, resting my elbows on the navel area, and then I shift very slowly until I am able to balance, bringing the legs up, almost on the same level as the head and the spine and everything. And then you want to stay there for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then with the exhale, you see whether you can release. And again, I'm just trying to give you a leg view here, whether I can lift up, and then gently release. Catch your breath for a moment. Rotating those wrists just to be able to find ease into the wrists because it's a very intense on the hips. So again, let me try another attempt on this posture and see how long I can hold it. So you want to take your time. Don't rush the posture. Don't rush the process. And then once you're ready, you see whether you can glide forward very slowly and lift the feet. Try to get this parallel alignment. Sometimes the feet may sway up. That's why it's a balancing posture. So it's a very intricate balancing posture. You just try to see whether you can bring everything parallel, to the ground that is underneath you. So that's why I'm trying several times as much as I can, because when you shift overly way too forward, your feet will end up lifting too high, dipping you down, So you always want to find a fulcrum. Think of your navel as a fulcrum area as you try this posture several times, and then try to lift your chest off the ground and then slowly release. You can modify this posture by using a blocks, or just go and use maybe some lifted area. So in this case, I'm using one of these sewer cements, and then I bring the palms to face forward, rest my chest on the upper arms, and see the difference. With this one, you're able to find a higher lift, and then you shift forward because for some reason it lifts the ground like a bit higher, and then you're able to balance here more. You can even stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, longer, and then I gently release by coming down. So these are the dynamics of using a block. So again, a quick dry run onto the posture. We started by bringing the eyes of the elbows facing forward. We tried to bring the palms close to each other, and then we bent the elbows, resting the upper body on the top arms, resting the navel area on the elbows, and then we glided forward very slowly, lifting our feet off the mat, trying to get that parallel alignment to the floor underneath us. And then after 5 seconds, again avoid gliding forward, we released. And then remember to warm up the wrist, just be able to keep the posture going. And then you can attempt for one final time. All right, again, try to protect yourself. If there's an injury, you want to avoid this posture completely. Release, coming onto your hands and knees once again. Rotate your wrists. All right, see you again soon. Bye everyone.